Boys, I'm breaking today's video into two sections. We're going to have the general overview, which is just going to touch up on all the things that was said from the developers' lips today on stream. And we're going to touch up on time to kill. Now, the time to kill portion is going to be a long one. We're going to talk about all the different archetypes of weapons. What we saw today was a 200 round per minute rapid fire scout rifle, a 390 adaptive frame pulse rifle, a 600 assault rifle, a 110 aggressive hand cannon, a 180 precision frame hand cannon, a 140, which was essentially the ace of spades. We also saw a 940 draw time wish ender exotic bow, the 90 round per minute sniper long shadow, and the 140 round per minute sniper that I don't know the name of, but we're still going to touch up on it. So before we get into that, you can skip to the TTK section, but let's talk about the general overview for those that did miss the stream. Now, if you didn't know what this stream is about, essentially, guys, time to kill is decreasing across the board, meaning you will die much faster now from weapons and abilities. Now, keep in mind, grenades, they did say, will not one-hit KO you like they did in D1. They still want you to still put work into your opponents after landing a grenade. You'll now be able to kill in 2 melee hits instead of 3. Shoulder charge will now one-hit KO. Throwing knives also do more damage. All weapons are still put into slots called kinetic, energy, and power. However, the kinetic and energy slot weapons can take both primary and special ammo, depending on what they take. Power slot only runs off of heavy. Now, a weapon's ammo type, guys, is just its attribute. It's not its deciding factor in what slot the weapon falls into. Trace rifles now take special ammo and will do more damage. This was interesting to me because we're going to get into how much ammo you spawn with. Josh Hamrick did say you will spawn with 35 rounds in your trace rifle. Random rolls are now back and will be present even on year 1 weapons. We saw things like Better Devils with the Forsaken emblem on it, and it had the new gun layout that would be present on our weapons, which essentially means we'll now have 2 traits. Again, one of the Better Devils had explosive payload and rangefinder on it. On each weapon will be a mod socket, and it will allow users to apply a mod of your choice to that socket for 5,000 glimmer. Now, in order to obtain these mods, weapons will drop already with a pre-rolled mod on it. Now, if the weapon already has a poor roll, but a good mod, you can just dismantle it and you will receive the mod and you can just apply it to a weapon of your choice. Masterworks, guys, will now range from tiers 1 through 10, which a 1% buff will be added with each upgrade for a total of 10%, or at least from what they showed us with the range stat. It may differ depending on the other stats, so handling, reload, but the example they gave us was for range and it was 1% per upgrade. Now, from tiers 1 to 2, it requires just glimmer. But tiers 3, it begins to require legendary shards, and then at 4 and plus, it requires masterwork cores. Now, I sat there and counted up the cores, but guys, I'm terrible at math. I think it costs somewhere around 17 cores to tier 10 a weapon out, give or take a few. We're also getting a column for each of our weapons that will track our kills. One that tracks total kills, and one that tracks Crucible kills. Armors will also be getting random rolls. Now let's talk about Crucible. You do not lose your special ammo, guys, when you die. Instead, you spawn with 2 rounds. Now, if you're holding 2 shotguns or 2 snipers, 1 shotgun and 1 sniper, you will spawn with 1 round in each of those weapons. So it splits them. Heavy ammo now gives you 2 rockets. Golden gun will now last for 10 seconds instead of 8. You can run things like triple shotgun, maybe even things like triple sniper. Would not advise it, but we got to see it in action today. Now, every foe you kill drops special ammo. So the more you slay out, the more special ammo you get. And we also got to see a clip where Well of Radiance for Dawnblade was tanking a ton of damage. It was even tanking a Stormcaller super. So overall, guys, that's your general overview. I know there may have been some things I missed, and I know I just ran through this really fast, but let's get into the meat and gravy things, which is the time to kill changes that are coming to our weapons. First up, a 200 round per minute rapid fire scout was what we got to see in action. This one confuses the shit out of me. It was hitting 30 per crit, which is actually down from its original 35 per crit. I'm not even going to try to understand this one. Maybe they upped the body shot damage to literally match the 2 and they're making this a super forgiving scout rifle. I don't know, but let's move on. 390 round per minute adaptive frame pulse rifle. Today it was hitting 31 per crit and 20 per body. That's actually up from its original 24 per crit and 16 per body. Now, time to kill here, it's weird because you can two burst someone, but only at 0 resilience. Not many people are walking around with 0 resilience. So in reality, it'll probably be 6 crits and 1 body shot, which puts us at a time to kill close to what it already is, around 1 second. Now, assault rifle, we saw the 600 round per minute assault rifle today, 21 crit, 13 per body. That is actually up from 17 per crit, but as you saw, the 13 per body will remain the same. Now, the time to kill here is essentially 0.9 seconds. The 110 round per minute aggressive hand cannon. This actually hit 91 per crit and 50 per body. That is actually up from 71 per crit and 47 per body. So 110s have the potential to 1 crit 2 body guardians that are 2 resilience or less. And again, this puts us at a time to kill value of around 1 second. That doesn't seem much different than what we originally have at 1.07 seconds, but understand is a lot more forgiving. We also got to see a 180 round per minute precision frame hand cannon. It was hitting 57 per crit and 39 per body. This one's very interesting, guys. Precision frame hand cannon is something we've been reviewing now for the past few weeks, and we're now about to look at precision frame hand cannons with the potential to 2 crit, 2 body shot anyone, 3 resilience or less. Now, it's guaranteed 3 crit and 1 body shot versus the 4 crits that we need now to reach its optimal time to kill. Nothing drastic changing here with its time to kill value. What is changing is the weapon's forgiveness. We also got to see Ace of Spades today, which is a 140 round per minute hand cannon. It hits 70 per crit and 47 per body. I know this is going to be somewhat of a bummer for people, but you'll only be able to 2 crit 1 body shot, 0 resilience guardians or less. Granted, everything else though, you can 3 crit all day long. We also got to see the Wish Ender exotic bow. It says 940 draw time on it, and it does 123 crit damage to the head and a bonus 23 damage on top of that. It also hits a body shot damage of 67 with the additional 23. It's extremely nasty, guys. This bow can essentially see you behind walls when aiming down sights, and it has great target acquisition. Snipers, we got to see gameplay of 2 snipers today. One was a 90 round per minute long shadow kinetic sniper. The other was a 140 round per minute sniper. Now, the long shadow kinetic sniper was hitting 131 per body shot. Unfortunately, I did not see any crit shots with this sniper. There was a lot of movement with the user, and so it was nothing but body shots there. Now, the 140 round per minute sniper, we did get to see a crit shot. It was 301 per crit and 93 per body. This is actually down from its original 333 per crit and 95 per body. Now, it's been a long time since I played with the high rate of fire, low impact sniper rifles. I think they did this and brought that damage down so that you cannot one-hit KO people out of their supers. I think they want you to land 2 crit shots if somebody's pushing you with a super, and this of course is going to push people to use more high impact snipers. So overall, the question that's asked the most is time to kill changing. We did get to see some TTK values brought down, but more than anything, it's not going to be as drastic as we thought it could be. It's not going to be D1's time to kill. It's actually going to rest right between Destiny 2's current time to kill and D1's time to kill. Now, there was a lot of guns we didn't get to see today. I didn't get to see sidearms or SMGs. And it makes me wonder if those two are probably going to stay the same, because the current time to kill for most of our sidearms, or at least our 3-round burst sidearms and our SMGs, are already in that sweet spot between Destiny 1 and Destiny 2. So if there is going to be a bump to those, it'll be probably a small bump. So overall, guys, from what we got to see from this stream was more forgiveness in our precision weapons. Aggressive hand cannons, which are a little bit more difficult to land those crits, rewards you substantially with that 91 per crit. The 180s honestly interest me the most. I'm already in love with the 180s. I've been using 180s now for the past couple weeks, and with them getting a bump and now hitting 57 per crit and 39 per body, I think they can become really nasty. The weapons that are somewhat in limbo for me right now is high impact scouts, how much they're going to be affected. But the one I can definitely draw conclusions about, especially if we're now hitting 31 per crit with a 390 round per minute pulse, is that our 340 round per minute high impact pulse rifles are going to be sure enough 2 bursting. They've got to be. I'm going to guess and say somewhere around 33 per crits. So guys, those are the weapons we got to see today. There's a lot of conclusions we can draw from this stream, and then a lot of what ifs, because we really won't know everything until we get to August 28th. And August 28th is when we're actually going to get hands-on experience with all of our current year 1 weapons with these new sandbox changes. Now for this week, I will be putting out a video that you should probably lock in. Weapons you should keep regardless of us getting even better weapons in year 2. Guns that I think are going to be pretty nasty in this next sandbox. I mentioned one today, Relentless, the Trials Pulse Rifle from Season 1. Especially if we get something beautiful to our 340 round per minute pulse rifles, I think something like Relentless is going to be disgusting. So we'll be putting that list together, but there'll probably have to be an updated list at the end of this month when we actually get our hands on it. Well fellas, let me know in the comments below what you thought about the stream, what you thought about the sandbox changes. I know some of us wanted that time to kill to be brought down to D1 level, maybe even faster than that. But for others that are a little more apprehensive about these changes, how do you feel about that sweet spot between D1 and D2? I'm really interested in y'all's thoughts on it. Well fellas, thank you all for coming and watching, and as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.